Hello, my name is C, and today I have a post review for you. I know I've been doing a lot of Diamonddartclub post reviews. I'm gonna change that. But for the meantime, I have Share the Outdoors from Diamonddartclub. The reason I want to share it with you guys is because I changed things on this canvas. So if you watched my Tea Time Spell post review, you know I talked about how there was things I wasn't totally happy with, and if it was a square I would have changed it. That's exactly what I did here, so I'll go over the changes I made. Nothing major, just small little details that I think that I personally wanted different. This is over here, so we can take a look at what the original artwork looked like. I have my Elizabeth portrait with all the diamonds, plus, where is it? Here it is, my logbook. This is all the changes I made. This is things I want to share with you. Cool. Alright, so again, this is Share the Outdoors. I did it for Drills and Chills and Fall DP Along, which is hosted by... Every single time I forget. The Diamond Stitcher? It's on Facebook. Oh, and I feel bad every single time. Anyways, it was the 25th kit I started for 2023. Finished 22nd. Oh, I thought that was a cat. No, there's somebody outside scraping their windows. I thought it was a cat. Oh, cool. This is the 12th square kit that I've done this year. So this is the original image. I brought the iPad because I'm hoping it'll be a little easier to see than this, especially the tiny details. Anyways, I started it September 16th. I took a break and worked on a couple others. What did I work on? This one. I worked on House. And I started Pumpkin Patch Bunnies because I wanted something colorful, and they were both rounds. Anyways, I finished it October 22nd. Square kit, 76 by 51 centimeters. 50 colors, with one of those being an AB. Awesome. I didn't add any extras to this one, surprisingly. It didn't need it, but I'll get into that. For audiobooks, still struggling with Fourth Wing. I don't know why, because this book is so hyped about and everybody loves it, and I just can't. No, I know why, because I can't deal with Dane, and he's annoying me. That's a whole other thing. But I started Caraval. It is a reread for me, but Caraval has a spin-off series, and the last book just came out for that series. And I can't remember what happened. I know I read the first 4 books. I'm calling all 6 books a series. I know I read the first 4. Don't know if I read the second one. Definitely have not read the third. But I needed to reread because I could not remember what happened. It was a great moment chatting with someone about the books. Anyways, I'm distracted. Let's take a look at these diamonds. Now, I did purchase this. What are you doing? I did purchase this kit in 2021. So this is their old, like, you had the old stickers that weren't pre-cut. It had the mix of 9 and 13 faceted diamonds. And it didn't have the tighter drill field that we know now, or the, what are they up to? All 13 or all 20 faceted, or the mix of those. There were still the 9s. And back when Diamonddartclub was a little bit more, didn't include as many specials. So, these are all the colors. There's a lot of these that were close to running out, but I wonder how much, I mean, that's probably because I changed things. Like this N was close. I actually did run out of the A, but that's because I changed things. This, I can actually zoom us in so we can see better. Like I ran out of the A3772. This one was close, like there's maybe a dozen or so in there. This was another close, sorry. This was another close one. So little things like that, and then some of them I had like a ton of extra. Like this, oh, maybe not the purple. This green, things like that. Oh yes, this was one I almost ran out of. So, yeah. I really like all the colors though. Like this was a fun one to work on. The colors were great. However, there was a ton of trash. I'm trying to get this in a way that we can actually like see what it looks like. Oh, that might be the best way. And these were diamonds that just had like pinprick holes on the top or extra bits of plastic, like this guy right here. Or the bottoms weren't flat. So lots of extras and lots of extra bits of plastic too. You can't really, I don't know if you could see that guy right along the side here, that brown one. So, but again, it was Diamond Art Club's older. I keep moving it up because I'm looking at what's in here. So a lot of trash, but again, this was a kit from 2021. Their Diamond Art Club did not make their own drills yet, so quality control was a little bit trickier, is my understanding. Awesome. Let's zoom this back out. Sorry for the wobble. There we go. Cool. So our AB was 132. It was like that orange one. And time to scoot these aside. So the orange one was actually outlining some of these trees over here. The antlers, which I don't understand, but hey, I probably should have changed that, but I didn't know what to change it to, so I just left it. And then some highlighting down on this path. I think that's it. Yeah, okay. The next comment that I had about this kit, what is it? It probably could have been a bigger size. And I only say that because I look at this little squirrel friend, and at first I had no clue what this was. And I only see it now through my camera. And like when I was working on it, this didn't look like anything, but it looks like a fish in camera. I know like viewing distance. But as I'm standing over it and seeing, like, I could not tell you what this was for the longest time until I look closer and realize that it's a mini painting of this. I could not figure it out. So it may have benefited from being slightly bigger, but I know that not everyone likes big, massive kits. And I totally understand that. So I get the desire to keep it in this 50 by 70 range. It was just a thought that maybe not, because the trees look nice with my change. The trees look pretty good. We can maybe, and like you can still see the shine, even if it's the mix of 9 and 13, we still have that shine. Like the trees look nice. I love how this canoe looks. Like the rocks along the pits, the truck looks nice. So like things like that look good. It's the small details that get lost, but that tends to happen with diamond painting. All right, we are 9 minutes in. Let's talk about what I changed and my reasoning. All right, here we go. Ah, it was supposed to be open. There we go. Hi, I have an iPad mini, the first generation, so it doesn't work 99% of the time. And I could not, for the life of me, get Diamond Art Club's website to work. I know it says Diamond Art Club up there. But the website does not work on this iPad. Like, nothing works on this thing. Let's see if maybe it'll work for me today. You guys get to experiment with me. Diamond Art Club. Ignore my spelling mistakes, because I would like to show you the rendering, but my phone is used to record this, and I don't have another device that I can use, so, like, see? This is as far as I ever get. Yeah. That's not gonna work. And it's, like, fully loaded. It's not like I'm being impatient. It just doesn't work. Okay. Let's just go back to, oh, please work. I messed with it. No, I messed with it. Oh, there we go. Alright. We'll start over here. I will pop up, see, I had to, like, zoom in to fully understand what this, and this was. So, like, it didn't turn out well in my opinion, but that's okay. Anyways, the first major thing that I changed, these two trees. Hey iPad, how do I turn up the brightness? Sorry, I haven't used this thing in ages. That should work. Yeah. It's super bright to me, but it looks fine in the camera. Anyways, so I found something else. Anyways, these branches and, like, the tree trunk were super dark in Diamond Art Club's rendering. I believe they used, yeah, it was a mix between these ones. So all of this outlining in the trees was these two colors, which was super dark. And sorry, I moved funny. So I went in and I changed this so that it was a little bit more subtle and didn't stand out nearly as much. So I put in a darker one. It is a mix of, nope, it's not a mix. I think I put E and A in here. I should have wrote this down, but I think I put these two in here. As an attempt to try and blend the branches in, but not totally lose them. That's not how I wanted to explain that. I just didn't want them to stand out. I find that when you have a landscape piece and there's something, like, super dark in the branches of the trees, it draws your eye to it and takes away from the rest of the piece. So I wanted to change that, and that was the same change that I made on Autumn Glory. That's what it's called. I keep mentioning that one. That was the first kit that I actually changed the rendering. Anyways, so that's what I did. I tried to blend these in a little more so they didn't stand out. The next change that I made, I'm trying not to lose the iPad, was this bottle. It looks messy. It looked messy, so I took it out. I left the log, mostly because I was running out of these blues, so I couldn't blend it in. But I took out the bottle because it looked messy, it's gross, it made me feel like they were littering all over the site, so you know what, we'll take it out. Next one. This one was a little trickier to do. I took out these 3 bottles. They would sit right here, so I got rid of them. Again, it made it look messy, so I took them out. It was figuring out the pattern. It may not look like there's a pattern, or it may be hard to tell, but there's always a pattern when doing renderings like this. At least in my mind, that's what I see. So figuring out the pattern and the colors for this was a little bit trickier, especially on this side, considering that these bottles took up the entire section right here. So I didn't have any sort of guidelines or anything like that to help me out. So that was something else that I changed. I think it turned out okay, but I will let you guys be the judge of that. And then finally, let's talk about over here. Boop. This was a major section for changes. So along the top, I took out the bottles. Again, look messy. I took out the weapons because I personally do not like them. It's a whole thing. I don't want to get into it, but I just took them out. Again, I think it makes it look a little bit neater. I know this is an outdoor scene. Oh, look at that. There's more ABs along this mug. I didn't realize that. Anyways, I think it makes it look a lot more neater. I tried to keep a lot of the detailing, like in the log, like the highlights going through. But yeah, again, with this one, it was hard to tell because, or what to do. We'll talk about the top of the tent and then I'll get down to the side. The top of the tent, because these weren't completely, I think the bottle sat like right in here. So it was matching things up and trying to figure out what the pattern would have been with how the fabric of the tent is moving in this piece. It's fun. I really like figuring these things out, but it definitely is a challenge. And when you're getting to the end of the piece, like this was the last section that I worked on because I wanted to make sure I had enough to, because I was only using the spare drills that came with the kit. I don't keep my extras, so all the changes I made were made using what came in the kit. Anyways, this part became tricky. Only because I had to figure out, okay, in this green bush part, how much of this was actually bushes and how much of this was the handle we were seeing through the bushes. So I had to do some changes in there. I also had to figure out, this boggles my mind now that I look at it, I also had to figure out how to do this post. Because in here, we have the post up here, and then it just kind of disappears. Like, once you get to the gun, it's gone. There's no more. So I had to do the rendering for that. This one was a simple just continue the pattern. These highlighting colors. So this lightest peachy color in here is that A, which I ran out of when I got here. So if I had more, I probably would have extended all of these details into here as well. But because I ran out, I had to just stick with this purpley pinky plus this gray, which was these two colors. But yeah, I probably would have just extended that if I didn't run out of the A, but because I did, I tried to blend it in what I could. Now, that is all the changes that I've made. I don't know, how do you guys think it turned out? I'm usually like, I don't know, let me know what you think. If I didn't point out every single change, would you have noticed? I'm curious. Would you change the canvas to, would you change the canvas to make it look, I don't know, neater or how you envision it? I think it's fun. I think it's fun adding like a few other little personalizations throughout here. Although now that I look at it, I see these, I noticed while I was looking on my iPad at the original work, I should have just taken these out. It's just a darker color in the sky. It's not really birds. Anyways. Okay, so share the outdoors. It was really good. Actually, I am surprised how well this... Ooh, I didn't realize how dirty this was. I am surprised at how well this canvas held up. I am not one to take care of my canvases well. I take them out of the boxes. This one was stored in a bin under my bed. Now here's the thing. When I first started storing... Yeah, this should work. When I first started storing canvases under my bed, I just took out the drills from the center and tossed them in like this. So by the end, they were smushed and they had like, they looked like this kind of, if I can. So like the sides were pretty squished down. And then I saw that that was happening and I went, oh no, let's fix this. And so I started tightly rolling them. And some are still being squished. This was one of the ones that was tightly rolled and squished. So if you ever have a worry about your canvas, you shouldn't be. Because this thing has been through it and it has been laying flat. Like, I didn't do any backwards rolling. I didn't shove this under a mattress. I didn't put books on it. It has been rolled up for several days now. Again, tightly rolled. And it's laying perfectly flat. So don't worry about your canvases. They're fine. The glue, after 2.5 years, still fine. So it held up pretty well. Yeah. I think I've covered everything and have repeated myself several times. So this was Share the Outdoors from Diamond Art Club. Let me know what you think down below. I'm curious. I really am curious. Let me know. I want to chat. Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider liking or subscribing for more content. I have a few more post reviews that I plan on putting out. We are getting towards the end of the month, so there should be another month in review coming out soon. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye!